In 3, 2, 1. Andy, Ryan, Lee. Are y'all ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
This is episode 12.
Tom Brady!
And we got a special guest in the house. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
This is bad.
Who is this?
Dude, so look.
That ain't my shadow. That ain't my shadow.
Y'all, we got the man, the myth, the legend. He probably worked at your favorite restaurant. Y'all make some noise for Eddie Green, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
He looks like he said hello.
Oh,
He said, hello, America.
That's so funny.
Well, yeah, dude. So, look, Andy, before we get going and we tell everybody how the earth is going to explode, because we got Ryan and Eddie on the same podcast, let everybody know our upcoming dates.
Okay, y'all, this is episode 12 brought to you by Tom Brady because he used to wear number 12. And no, there will be no deflated balls on this show today. Anyway, so the shows that we have coming up that are not on Broadway, which when we're on Broadway, you can find us there every weekend somewhere. But for the coming days, this weekend, June 28th and 29th, from 9 p.m. till midnight, you can find us in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, at Old Red Gatlinburg.
Oh, red.
That is once again 9 p.m. That's when the show starts. 9 p.m. Hey! Don't make me jump on you like a duck on Jumbo, dude.
That dude's he's following us everywhere, ain't he?
I know.
I know. We're out here outside today, and he's still. So, anyways.
Oh, my goodness.
So once again, over at Gatlinburg, June 28th and 29th, 9 p.m. to midnight. That's a Friday and Saturday night. Another Friday night, there's a line of cars leading.
I think we should do a podcast up there in Gatlinburg.
You think we should?
I think we should.
I think we should too. Anyway, so moving forward, let's skip on over about roughly around a little less than a month. July 20th, we will be playing from 7 to 8 p.m. at, wait for it, the Bedford County Fair in Shelbyville. I said, wait for it! Bedford County Fair in Shelbyville, Tennessee, 7 to 8 p.m.
In Chapel.
Shelbyville.
Shelbyville.
No, it's Shelbyville. It's either Chevel or Shelbyville. Shelbyville. That's how Ty Cost say, Elvo, Shelbyville.
Or if you're from
Tennessee.
Chapel, it's usually called Jet. No.
Or Shelbyville.
Welcome to Shelbyville.
Welcome to Shelbyville. Go ahead, Andy.
20 on 2. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
So anyways, and then if you can't make it to any of those shows, August the 10th, the big one. You ready for this, Lee?
Oh, yeah.
We will be playing at... Sorry. Sit down! We will be playing from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. What a weird time slot. At the Bluegill Grill on Tim's Ford Lake.
And let me say something real quick.
Tim's Ford
So
Marina.
we were over there last week.
Tim's Ford Lake.
Let me say something real quick.
Say something real quick.
We were over there at the Bluegill Grill.
Real quick.
Last week, we had just got done doing our podcast, and we go there every week to go upload the podcast. We were talking to the owner. He said, I heard you guys wanted to sink this place. That's been tried before.
Oh.
No, that's not possible. He said, people said that people were saying they're going to come pack the place out, and nobody really showed up. So to all the Huffer Brother fans out there who are not doing anything, August the 10th.
Even if you are, screw that. Come to the lake.
I need you to cancel your plans.
Unless you were birthing a child that day,
Yeah.
you should be on that dock.
No,
Have the kid and come on.
We want you to show up and show out.
Yeah.
We want all the Huffer Brothers fans there.
Yeah.
I want you there. I want your mom there, your dad there. Even if they're passed away, we want them like in spirit there. We want.
I mean, they're probably voting for Biden in the next
Well,
election.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
that.
Oh, boy.
That escalated quickly.
Are you coming to the
Wow.
Bluegill Grill, Eddie?
I'll probably have to request off, but yeah.
He said, yeah, I'll request. You
And
like-
then the weekend after that, we're going on Andy's bachelor trip.
Oh my! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
That next weekend is his bachelor trip.
Yeah, it is.
Oh boy.
this is going to be incredibly
Dude.
incredible.
Dude, we gotta do like a post Vegas podcast for Andy's bachelor trip.
No,
Boy.
no, we're not.
That's about to be wild.
We're not even going to talk about it, okay?
That's about to be wild.
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Or
Yeah.
everybody outside of their element, it gets loose, and I love it. But yeah, August the 10th, guys, please show up to the. We want to sink that hoe. Tell
That's
me.
what that is what I said on Facebook on our promo video. We're gonna sink that hoe.
Dude,
okay?
we are gonna sink that hoe.
We
Dude.
need everybody there. I don't care. The goal is to sink the place.
Dude, Delia's comment back. She said, I'm upset that I will not be there for the sinking of that hoe."
That was awesome. I seen
I
that.
didn't
That was
see that
awesome.
on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She must have me blocked or something. I don't.
It was, I thoroughly enjoyed that comment.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was
But look,
awesome.
So why is she gonna be there?
I think she's probably got school.
Dang it, Delia.
But guys, look, we got the man, the myth, the legend. We got Edward C. Green Jr. on the
That
podcast.
is the man.
Dude.
Oh.
Eddie Green. So
Eddie
for those who
Green.
don't know, Eddie Green has been mine and Andy's lifelong friend for a long time now.
Since Moby Dick was a minnow.
All time.
It has been a while. So look, Eddie, if you go back to like when we became like buddies, when was that? When did we become buddies?
Honestly, okay, so we're like 26, 27. So I would say the first time I saw y'all is like the summer. And y'all, so if y'all don't know, Andy and Lee are really good at basketball, even though they don't look like it. They're really cold. And
Whoa, wait, hold on, What?
so
Jokic's been MVP 3 times, motherfucker. Yeah, shut up. We are peak male basketball, whatever.
We're the Daniel Vogelbacks of the court.
No, we're Jokic, Andy.
Bro, y'all were cold. So I remember I used to ride my bike to the rec center in Shelbyville or Shelville. And I remember these two guys were hooping like crazy.
Glenn Davis.
Back when I was like, we were in 7th to 8th grade, but we really didn't start hanging out. Well, it was after your grandma had gave me a ride home with my bike in her van. And that's when we started hanging out.
It was Chi-Chi.
Yes, my bike was named Chi-Chi.
Chi the bike.
Dude, my grandma was so nervous to give you a ride home that day. She put her
Oh
purse in the
my
glove box.
gosh. Oh Lord, she's the sweetest human on this planet.
No, bro, no. To be fair, though, I was breaking. Looking at me, I was stereotypical, low key. So I can see why
We
she
are
was scared.
sinking this ship on episode 12 with Mr.
We are
Eddie
sinking
Green.
this hoe
This
right
could
now.
be.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
This could probably be our last episode.
It's been real and it's been fun, but
Wait,
It's
but
been really racist.
no. It's not like that. It's not like that. I'm actually here to back it up. I'm here
Oh
to
my
back it up.
God.
oh god.
Let Eddie speak.
No,
Yes, please.
No, just to help their case out. Like, I'm like this black kid, had me like some like basketball shoes on, some shorts. At the time, I had my hair dyed with blonde hair in the middle. So Wiz Khalifa was a popular rapper, and that was my idol. So I grew up like an afro with blonde in my hair, and like his grandma gave me a ride home. So I can understand why she was hesitant, to say the least. But after that, man, we just would come
We
up to the
clicked.
rec.
Yeah.
And we would just hang out, and then ever since then, we just been friends for, let's see here, 2012, 2013, so it's almost
Yeah.
10, 11 years.
Yeah. Dude, I do remember I do remember us taking you home. We were like, that's the only black kid from Liberty.
No, hold on. Before you go far, you remember when we used to play basketball against Liberty?
Oh, my God.
And look,
Oh,
and
my
for all of our
gosh.
listeners out there, look, we grew up in a really rural area that it's kind of, so the way we all grew up, and this, I'm not trying to sound like a bigot, okay?
Oh God.
But our basketball coach was black, and I remember he told us in the locker room one day after a summer camp game, we played like the team we played was like all black, and we were all scared to death, and we played scared, and our coach told us in halftime, he was like, "Look, don't be scared because they're black."
that was
I'll
fun.
never forget that. Coach King saying that. But we see Eddie, and we're like, Well, we're about to get whooped.
We need to
And then-
recruit this guy to Moore
No, but
County.
listen to this. Listen. Liberty to.
No, I'll let you tell it.
Not only did Eddie not start, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Eddie did not play until the last 30 seconds of the game. And I remember telling Lee, I was so confused. I'm like, me being a 12, 13-year-old kid, I'm like, why ain't this guy starting? Bro, I didn't know it. I really did not know it. I was like, what?
Bro, I was so trash in basketball. no, to give you context, so it was the last home game for Liberty.
Yeah.
Right, I'm like the worst guy on the team. Okay, I'm an 8th grader, and so it's like 8th grade night, last home game. Dude, we're down by 3 points, and so the coach Lawson, he was like, "All right, y'all, get in." So he puts like me in because I'm an 8th grader, and he puts in all the JV because it's our last home game before district tournament. And so I remember they draw a play, and I'm at half court, and they throw me the ball, and I'm like, oh, shit. I gotta shoot. So I'm like looking up, and everybody's around me like, shoot the ball. And so I take one dribble, and as I'm about to shoot it, I get myself swatted. My only time in a varsity game, I get it swatted.
That's so brutal.
And then by the time we get the rebound, the time runs out, and we lose to Moore County by 3 points. That's my only time in a varsity basketball game. It was.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what's crazy is I do remember that game. I was the backup point guard in that game.
Oh my gosh.
You were the backup point guard.
Yeah, I took the ball up the court because our number one, and I was the third string point guard. It
You know who was the starting point guard that year?
was Harper, wasn't it? You were not the
Eighth grade year, I was the starting point guard.
I thought Harper was.
Nope. Harper wasn't there. No, Harper was there, but something happened. He got hurt. He got hurt or something because
Oh wait, yes, okay, yeah.
because everybody, our other 2s and 3s were like walking turnovers. So
Yeah.
Coach King was like, all right, we're having the big boys bring the ball up. But then I started playing the one position because
I do remember that. Yeah,
no one expects me being a point guard.
I was I was always like the 3 in high school or middle school, the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do remember that's when the first time we ever saw Eddie. We always knew Eddie as the only black guy from Liberty.
Yeah.
And so then let's fast forward to church camp. Church
We
camp.
just turned 16.
Me and Andy, we had just turned 16, and we were like, church camp in Lynchburg, and then, hey, the black kid from Liberty's here, Eddie. So
Perfect.
we vibed with Eddie all week long.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got his number. We text him, hey, we're in Shelbyville. You want to come hang out with us?
Yeah.
I will never forget the first day we went and picked up Eddie from his house because it was the week after church camp.
Yeah.
It was still summertime, so we weren't in school yet. I remember you and I had to share a truck when we were 16. We shared that Dodge Dakota.
Yeah.
That was our great grandma's.
I drove on the odd days, and Andy drove on the even days because Lee had odd number letters in it.
And Andy had even.
And on the the months that was 31-1, I got to drive 2 days in a row.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Except-
Bet you love those.
No, those were great. But no, I remember we picked up Eddie, and he came out of his house, and he had dreads, which he did not have at church camp.
No, he did not. Yeah.
He came out of the house, and at that time, Chief Keef was big and popular. So
Wiz Khalifa. No, it was Chief Keef.
Eddie came out of the house doing like this, and the whole time he's beat bopping to the truck. I'm like,
Love so. Yeah, that's it,
What a time.
Some finito.
What a time.
those were some crazy days when we were teenagers. 16 to 18 was some of the best days of my life.
Dude, we had fun, Eddie. That Dodge Dakota. We anybody who knows me and knew us in high school, we put that Dodge Dakota through hell, dude. They were nights we'd pick Eddie up in the middle of the night, and we would just go to Waffle House at like 3 a.m, right before school.
Jeez.
I would drive. Well, we would pick him up. We would go to Waffle House. I remember there was one time I was dating this girl.
Oh, boy.
Imagine that.
And hey, she was a big liar. Like, she lied to her parents a lot.
Yeah.
So she told her parents that she was going to stay at a friend's house. Mm-hmm. And then she was really coming to stay at my house.
Yeah, they didn't tell. She didn't tell them that you were the friend.
Nobody was allowed. My mom was very strict.
Yeah.
No one was allowed in the house, especially during like a school week.
Yep.
Because this was during the week. So she stayed the night in the truck. Well, we had Eddie that night too. And Eddie stayed the night in the closet. Nobody was allowed over there. So we snuck Eddie in. It's like Mom left or something. We snuck Eddie into the closet. And that whole, like, because I think y'all were on, like, y'all's breaks were different than ours.
Right.
So that's why you were over at our house. Because after we got out of school, we were going to go chill. We were going to go to Taco Bell or something like we always did. So that girl stays the night in my truck, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was 16. I didn't know what to do with this girl in my truck. And then what?
Gosh. Oh my, dude, you kidnapped
No,
your girlfriend
I took her
and
outside.
the one black guy from Liberty.
I took her a blanket and pillows, and she slept in the bed of the truck, or not the bed, in the back seat.
What's? I'm so confused.
You know what I'm talking about?
This is the same
I
thing
know what you're
Buffalo Bill
talking
did.
about, but you said I was 16. I didn't know what to do with a girl in the truck.
No, I mean, like, I was 16, like, I didn't know. I mean, I did know what to do, but it was,
That's what I'm getting at here.
no, I
goodness.
did know what to do, but I couldn't because Mom was there.
Oh, so dude, I just had a funny flashback from that story.
Hold on. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Oh,
So,
y'all
Mom-
gonna hate this part.
Mom comes in and she finds Eddie in the closet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And the next morning, I get a text message at school. Hey, who's the black kid in the closet?
They didn't want to get in trouble.
Was this not the time Ryan was with us too?
No, yeah, Ryan was with us. Yeah, Ryan was allowed to
Because-
stay with us because we were at school together.
Because me and Ryan walked in the house first.
Yeah.
And then you came in, and Mom was like,
No, that wasn't that, that wasn't that story.
Okay.
No. So
I remember me and Ryan got hype.
me and Andy, we would always pull the blame game on each other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Mom was like, she was getting mad at us. Who was the black kid? Who's it? And I was like, that's Eddie. She's like, whose idea was that? And, you know, me, my little ass, I was like, it was Andy's idea. And then Andy goes, oh, yeah, well, Lee had a girl in his truck. Yeah, I got in trouble.
Checkmate, mother. Checkmate.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that.
Oh, big time. Yeah, he
So,
got you.
Lord.
And so Eddie,
Attaboy, Andy. Attaboy.
So then, and then mom warmed up to Eddie at like a little bit after that, and then it was smooth sailing from there.
Oh man.
No, we had to sneak Eddie into Dad's house too. There
Lord
were several
have
times
mercy.
where we had to. You remember that?
Bro, I think the
We had
craziest
to
one
sneak
was
Doom Buggy in there too.
Yeah,
I think the craziest story was your grandparents.
yeah.
on your dad's side when I ate dinner with them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was so nervous. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say.
No, hey, look. Mom, Dad, Papa, Grandma, Granny, Jab, if y'all are listening to this, look, this some stuff's coming out that's like 10, 11, 12 years ago.
Y'all might not know about this, but man, y'all pulled a Buffalo Bill off Joe Dirt with Eddie over here.
Hey, they took care of me though. They took care
So
of me
did
though.
Buffalo Bill.
Like, dude, Eddie's our dude, man. He's been literally one of
man.
our oldest friends.
Look at this. But you go back and look at stuff like that. That was then, and back then we had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Look who's standing now. There's
Yeah.
like 2 or 3, and Eddie's one of the 2 or 3.
Uncle Eddie, Uncle Eddie.
It's like the people we used to hang out with now, or used to hang out with then. Eddie's like one of the 2. Like it's him and Jacob Byram. And
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Like from high school. That is it.
We picked up a few stragglers along the way.
And we found some old about a couple Manchester boys.
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
baby.
What a legend
Ryan's
right
like,
here.
me.
But anyway, no, it was those are so crazy days.
Dude, yeah. We used to have fun in that Dodge Dakota. All the houses we would roll, Eddie. So tell me what was one of your favorite experiences when we went rolling yards. For those who don't know, listening, rolling yards, it may be something different, but we're talking about throwing toilet paper in trees and messing up somebody's yard. You call it TPing, rolling,
Yeah.
toilet papering, whatever.
Hot tours.
Man, I ain't gonna say her name. I won't say her name.
You
But,
can totally say her name.
You think so? I can say it now.
Well, I mean, okay, just say her name. Say his house.
I'll say E. I'll say E. So I remember, I think the craziest story, which is something we already talked about, but you weren't here yet.
It was a rite of passage in Lynchburg. Everybody rolled Emily Powell's house.
Oh,
That's for
Well,
sure.
since y'all put it out there, so.
Yeah, everybody rolled Emily Powell's house. That was the mecca of houses to roll.
Dude, she had a big house too. So I guess to give
Yeah.
y'all perspective for everybody
A lot of
watching,
trees.
Andy and Lee used to fit a lot of people in the truck. And I think we had like 10 to 12 people in this Dodge Dakota. Like it's like the size of like a Colorado, like a Chevy Colorado or like a Tacoma. So think about that size.
It's small truck.
It's only supposed to fit 4 to 5 people.
Yeah.
so
comfortably.
I swear we ended up going to Walmart or Dollar General, and I kid you not, we bought like 20 things of like toilet paper rolls, like the packages. So we have like, oh my gosh, like probably like 50, 80. It's a huge number. And so we lay 5 people in the bed, like kind of like sardines. We have like feet, head, feet, head, feet, head. They have a tarp. So they rolled the tarp over. And then there's Andy, there's Lee up in the front, and there's probably like 7 people up front. So I'm in the back with some guys, and we're just going down these curves. So we're just like stuck like this on every curve. And then all I know is we're in the country, we're in the sticks, and there's no street lights. It's just curvy roads. And there's this house like on top of this steep hill, like this 2-story house. But the way that you got to go is like there's this mini hill. You got to go down this ditch, and then you got to run all the way up. Like think of like 50 yards from like the road to the house. And so we get up there and we start rolling the thing. And then I think either the lights came on, y'all. I swear either the lights or like somebody heard something. But either way, like this dog started barking and somebody was coming out. So like all like 15 people just take off running down this hill. And we're like, go, 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 go.
Wasn't it her dad?
Yeah, I think it was O'Gill.
Go Gill.
We took off, son.
Oh my gosh! So we take off, and then some of us actually run in the road because like we didn't all like get in the truck. I think some of us run down the road, and I think Lee got in the truck and met us down the road.
Yeah.
So that was probably the craziest thing. Just us dipping out this hill, going down. You can't see nothing. You're in the woods, curvy road, and we all meet up. We hop in.
Dude, no, you have to plan that shit out like a military operation.
Oh, I know.
So what I did was I drove by our house, and there's another road that like makes like a dead end. I dropped everybody off, turned around at that dead end, and then parked it where I was already facing forward where I could just drive out. Well, we're rolling, and then we see somebody come out. We're like, "Oh shit!" There's like a whole flock of tweens running up down.
I remember I was already at the bottom of the hill. I was pissing.
Andy didn't even make it up the hill.
Well, no, to get to the hill, you got to go down because their house set up top, and then there was a valley.
Yeah.
And I was at the bottom of the valley, so I'm like, I got pissed. So I was pissing at the bottom. The next thing I know, I looked up, I saw the lights come on, and I'm like, oh shit.
Andy just takes off in the truck, nobody in there, 15 people running down the hill.
Yeah, I remember that, but
I dodged a bullet there, guys.
Dude. We used to have some, and then we would roll Coach Price's house. That was another like big spot everybody rolled.
Yeah,
Is that
if
the
you-
suburb one?
No, that was that long driveway.
going towards my dad's.
I remember we parked out there, and that driveway is like half a mile long. I remember Cade Baker. He took a steering wheel lock and put it in Coach Price's daughter's like drive where she couldn't move her steering wheel.
Oh,
And then put the
oh my God.
And then he like put the key like under her car. Where he's like, I'm like, you got to move your car. And I'm like, well, I can't move it if it's locked.
Oh my God.
Petty.
Yeah,
That was wild. Yeah, that was brave.
dude. Yeah, dude. We used to. Look,
Jeez.
I know you done
I don't think
name-dropped
there's.
them.
If you graduated from Moore County High School, 9 times out of 10, you probably were involved in rolling of Coach Price's house.
yes, Doug Price Lane.
That's right. Everybody has rolled it at one time or another. But But yeah,
Dude, yeah. So I'm trying to think. Do you remember? Y'all were on break at a different time. This was during like the basketball playoffs in high school. Mm-hmm. Didn't y'all have a break at that point? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I remember we did not have a break, and Eddie came to school one day. We were like me, Andy, and Eddie. We were so like inseparable. He would come to Moore County and have lunch. He'd bring us food, and we'd sit in the cafeteria and ate lunch.
Oh my!
Well, my next period was gym, so he came to gym class. And we were balling on them hoes back then. No, I mean, so the way it is now, the school system's totally different now. It's like
Yeah.
everything. It feels like nowadays kids can't really do anything. Like we used to have all kind of freedom in high school.
Yes,
Middle
absolutely.
school, I remember staying after school, and we'd stay in the theater or the commons area of the gym. You remember that, Andy? Mm-hmm. We'd sit, and like the teachers would pass by. Hey, good seeing y'all. And then toward the end, like senior year, you can't be here. You can't. You got to get out. And I think it's gotten worse since then.
Probably.
Yeah,
But I do remember Coach King did not care that we were in there just balling. We were playing basketball. I mean, they knew Eddie, and Eddie like introduced himself to everybody. Everybody knew Eddie, and Eddie was cool with it.
well, the thing is, the upperclassmen before us, they had more freedoms than what we had.
yeah.
And then we had more freedoms than what the lower classmen had. And now I think it's kind
like
of like you should get away with a lot more.
solitary confinement.
Yeah, I think each year I feel like it gets that way at school.
Well, I mean, a lot of stuff happens. There's been more school shootings since then. Like people knew how to act toward when we were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, my dad talks about the time where you used to be able to ride with a rifle in the back of your truck.
Yeah.
Like it's just different.
You could
times.
see when we were in school. I think until we were like 17, you
Up
could.
until that Sandy Hook thing happened.
Right. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I do. I remember, Dad would talk about him and some of the teachers. They go outside and they would sell guns to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. I mean,
Like nobody went around and just started shooting people for no reason. But yeah,
different times. Different times. Lord have mercy.
So Eddie, a typical weekend with us. Whenever we were in middle school, in high school. Whenever you come up and you would stay the weekend, what would a typical weekend look like? Take me back to the good old days.
All right, so I would say I would, for me, I guess from my perspective, I would get some instant coffee. All right, so just in case y'all don't know, I like coffee like a lot. Like coffee is like my drink. So I would pack some instant coffee, some clothes. Y'all would pick me up in the Dodge Dakota. And then we would, so since it was the weekend, if it was football weekend when you watch football games and it was basketball, then I would watch y'all play some basketball.
Yeah.
And then usually, back then, we were all pretty like girl crazy and stuff like that. So we would all hang out and then we would try to pick up some girls and stuff like that.
What do you mean word?
Y'all were pulling. Y'all really had it like that. So we would hang out with some girls and then usually like one of us would be like a wingman for the other or whatever. And then...
I just thought
This is what happens when Lee uses his brain, everybody.
For everybody listening at home, no, Lee's not constipated. He's just
Bro,
Dude, we were on the same wavelength. We thought the exact same thing.
dude, yeah, we would. So we would be wingman each other, and there's some stories that we can tell on here that y'all would love. So we would wingman for each other, and usually after we get done like wingmaning, like if the boys were pulling some girls or vice versa, we would all go to like their mom's house, and then we would either do so Wild 'N Out was a show. Wild 'N Out was a show,
Oh, yeah.
and so we used to watch that like the recordings, and we used to do the same like games and like do that in the house and like roast each other or 2K or MLB
yeah,
the
2K,
show.
yeah.
We would play too.
We would all play that.
Who we introducing? Who we
Oh
introducing?
my gosh! And
That's
then
my cousin Eddie. Go ahead. Sorry, I ain't.
no, bro, you're good. And then honestly, like we would go out to like Taco Bell or Waffle House and just really just talk. I feel like one of the best things is just having conversations with each
Yeah.
other and just chilling up to like 3-4 a.m. in the morning. Or we would do impromptu trips. So Ryan, I wish you came along.
Yeah, I was hoping this would get brought up.
Dude, so okay, the craziest trip or the craziest weekend is that after church camp,
Yeah.
when we were older, we all went to their mom's house, and it was me, Andy, Lee, and I think was it AJ?
AJ Jet.
No, wait, hold on. Are you talking about after we graduated, or are you talking about the football game when we went to South Pittsburgh?
Oh no, I was talking about after we graduated. South Pittsburgh's a story of his own.
We went to South Pittsburgh. Me and Eddie went to South Pittsburgh in the
pissed
middle
me
of the
off.
night and pissed him off.
No, that.
I'll tell you the story. Look, I'll tell you the story. Look, so it was like it was like 12 o'clock at night. I texted Eddie. I was talking to this girl from South Pittsburgh, and I was
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I told Eddie, I was like, Eddie, meet me at
Oh shit!
I said, Eddie, I'll come pick you up. I really want to go to South Pittsburgh and see this girl.
Yeah.
It was like, okay. So we go up there, and me and this girl, we hang out. South Pittsburgh's probably about like an hour away from Lynchburg. Mm-hmm. We go up there in the middle of the night. It's like 12:30, and we just take off. We hang out all day up there. We're both sleep deprived. Me and this girl are in the truck, and I was such a terrible friend. I sent Eddie walking down the road.
Oh my word.
It was an understood thing though. It's an understood thing.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
if
See,
you,
Ryan, it happened. It started then. That's how.
and no, it's an understood thing. Like, if you are with a girl, the boy needs to get out, like, go do something.
That's
like,
right.
Okay.
I would have
Okay.
went and skipped rocks too, Eddie.
Hey,
No, I understood.
no tickets for you.
Yeah, right.
No, it's the girl that was wild though, cause oh my gosh,
She said some out of pocket
Bro,
shit.
yeah, I can't say it on camera. It wasn't racist, but it was out of pocket. She would get canceled low key.
It was
Oh,
borderline
gosh.
racist. Some of the
Okay.
shit she was saying. Yeah.
Bro, you get canceled if you fart wrong.
No, it's pretty tough. No, people are sensitive. So.
No, Eddie was mad. I remember the ride back. He's like, I can't believe that bitch said that. And he got, you know how Eddie gets when he gets in the zone. He put his back then the earphones with the cords on it. He put them on. Yeah. And was it?
That used to piss me off so bad.
Did you put on my Beats? Was it my
yeah, it was your
my
Beats.
Royal Blue Beats by Dre? Yeah, and I was down listening to the Kellys, and Eddie's over here just I'm mad at that bitch. Eddie we got back. Eddie wouldn't talk to me. Eddie didn't talk to me for a few days after that.
And I'll say, riding in the car with Eddie sometimes sucked because we'd be in the front seat trying to have a conversation with him, and he'd be like, "Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, I had my headphones in."
You want to talk about sucking? Hold on, since we're talking about trips, you already know exactly where I'm going.
what?
You already know exactly where I'm going. So since we're talking about road trips, Ryan, Andy cannot text and drive to save
Yeah.
his life. So everybody watches. So we would take these spontaneous trips, and there was one trip that we went to Holiday World, okay? And
Yeah. Okay.
So hold on, how this trip came to be? This is
Well, you got to tell the first story first, Eddie. The first trip. So, we had just graduated high school. Me, Andy, Eddie, and our buddy AJ Jet. We were just sitting in our living room, and Jacob Byron was with us. We were just sitting in our living room. It was 11 o'clock at night.
we went to a party first, and we had just got back from a church trip, and we went to this party, and then after coming up from a church trip, we were like, okay, we probably don't need to be at this party. So we left the party, we went back to our house, and I remember we all sat there, stared at each other. Eddie was like, "So what do we do now?" Take it over.
And then I looked up. I was sitting in my comfy chair.
Yeah.
Mom had just moved out.
Yeah.
We had that whole pad to ourselves. Nobody was 21 yet. So I'm sitting here like this. I'm just like this. I know what we're gonna do, like full on Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
I know what we're gonna do today.
Yeah.
So I said, "What do y'all gotta do tomorrow?" I looked at Andy and said, "What do you gotta do tomorrow?"
Nothing.
He said nothing. Eddie, what do you gotta do tomorrow?
nothing.
I looked at AJ. I said, "What do you gotta do tomorrow?" I was like, "Nothing." Jacob, what do you got? "Oh, I gotta work at Woodard's."
Okay.
So I was like, "Let's go to Dollywood." So
Let's go to Dollywood.
They were like, "Yeah," and then they started like talking themselves out of it. I was like, "No, we are going to Dollywood."
Granted, this was like 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Promise, swear.
When we decided this.
Yeah.
I said, "Let's just go to Dollywood."
Okay.
I told Eddie I'd buy his ticket.
Okay.
So that was like the deal breaker to get Eddie to go, because we were all balling on a budget back then.
Oh yeah, always.
So I was like, come on, we're going to Dollywood.
We had that graduation money though. We were good.
Yeah. I had like $2,000 ready to blow it.
Yeah, I did the same.
Yeah. And I did, and we went, and the ride there, we were in my mom's Nitro. The Stormtrooper car.
I remember.
And I just the whole ride there. Well, we went to Eddie's house and we got clothes from Eddie, or for Eddie. Then I remember I was chafing bad. The ride up there, man. We took turns driving. We took shifts. So 2 people in the back were sleeping. The 2 people were pilot and co-pilot.
Yep.
So we go to Dollywood. We had a time of our life. We were all sleep deprived. Like we were all like, loopy.
Yeah.
Having a good time. And it was in the July, and the fireworks were going off. Yeah. And that was cool. We were there from open to close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we made a whole day of it.
Might
Man,
as well.
Yeah.
It was, by the time it was all said and done, it was a 24-hour trip.
Yeah.
We left at 5 in the morning, and we made it back home at 5 in the morning.
Dang.
I do remember we stopped at the Waffle House before.
We stopped at the Love gas station too.
Oh, dude, yeah, I took a shower in that thing.
Lee took a shower at the Love gas station on the way there. I took one on the way back.
Yeah, the guy working was like, man, you must have a route through here or something.
I thought y'all were the same person.
Yeah. But
that's
no, dude,
funny.
that freaked me out because I was like, how much your shower is here? And the guy, he looked me up and down. He's like, it's free. And I'm like,
I don't want you in there with me
well,
if it's free.
So I look behind it, and the price is like $17 to take a shower. And I'm like, he's letting me take a free shower. So I think if he took videos or something, I might be on a third world country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the black market. Little 17-year-old Lee,
Yeah.
butt naked.
But yeah, we had a good time that trip. We drove back. We were all very tired.
Dude, yo.
Oh, I
And,
bet.
and so then, fast forward
3 years.
3 years later, Motlow's happening.
Yeah.
We're figuring out what we want to do. We had just turned 21. No, weren't we 21 or 22?
I think 21.
Yeah. You were 21, we were 22. 'Cause that was right at the time when we met you.
Yep.
And I remember we left Kendall's house that she had down here when she played softball at Motlow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that whole
She lived with Kylie and them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
the same thing because we were sitting there talking about the Dollywood story there, like we're doing right now. And I remember Lee was just like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I'm like, "Nope."
Literally, how I got
AJ was
started.
there.
Yeah,
Sang
that's
this song
that's
you
how the
danced
story
before.
came to be because
Yeah.
all four of us were there, and and then Andrew Campbell was there too, and we all looked around at each other like, "What y'all doing tomorrow?" And I had just bought a truck,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, I need to
God,
get this
yeah.
new truck broke in." So we took that. That was the first road trip me and that truck went on. We went to Santa Claus, Indiana.
Oh yeah.
To
I looked around the room. Eddie, what are
Holiday
you doing
World.
tomorrow? Nothing. Andy, what are you doing tomorrow? Nothing. AJ was there. What are you doing? Dollywood trip. We brought Andrew Campbell with us that time. And I remember it was when that Black Panther movie came out. We were walking around, E Bombay! E Bombay!
Wakanda forever.
We were the only ones.
hot as hell.
We were the only ones in that amusement park because it was what?
Bro, it was
March?
spring. Yeah, it was springtime, and the
begin-
water was so cold.
It was the beginning of April.
Titty nugget.
It was the beginning of April. We rode the rides. Then we went to the water park.
We were the only ones there.
And the lifeguards and all them were working. And so if you're on top, like where the water slide is, if somebody's at the bottom of that water slide and they say, "Hey," it sounds like they're right there in your ear.
Yeah.
And so we were on a thing like then we were trying not to cuss, and Eddie had this list of alternative cuss words. Mm-hmm. So instead of saying "oh shit" going down the slide, he goes. You just hear him. He goes, titty nugget!" Man, the lifeguard was laughing his ass off.
man, I
me and
bet.
AJ were at the top of the slide, rolling.
Yeah, we were dying.
That's
Because I
funny.
thought you two went down together. Because me and AJ,
No,
were,
I was up there and heard it.
whenever AJ starts laughing, I can't help but laugh laughter.
AJ's got that contagious. He's got that contagious laugh. He
It's
does.
so funny. It was so funny. But no, what he was talking about earlier on the way back.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro. Andy scared the hell out of me. I was asleep.
I was Snapchatting somebody driving, which I would not recommend to do, especially on I-65, ladies and gentlemen. So,
The Huffer brothers do not condone the uses of Snapchat while driving.
so while I'm driving down the road, Eddie takes my phone and sends a Snapchat to this chick. He says, "Oh, ma'am, Andy's trying to drive right now. Can you please talk to him later? We are going to die."
Ryan, you were there.
I
They
do
were
remember.
asleep, bro. But I'm telling you, so like
I do remember
the way
that.
that Andy like texts and drive, he'll
Yeah.
have the wheel like this, arms
Yeah.
fully extended, and he'll look down,
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
no, that ain't, yeah.
literally like this.
Yeah, that's like playing roulette with the car.
And he was on like the left lane, like so it's a 2-lane
Yeah.
like road, and he's like going. There's no shoulder.
Yeah.
it's just like the little bumper road. So he's sliding to the left, driving like this, not looking at the road. I'm like, stop! And everybody's asleep, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to die. I'm about to live through it. But no, I literally said to that girl, I was like, dude, we're about to die. Like,
Stop
don't do that.
answering this guy.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you-
that's
I-
funny.
look,
That's
first off,
funny.
I don't recommend anybody texting or Snapchatting and driving,
Bad idea.
but if you're gonna do it,
Yes, like that, like that.
do it like have it up where you can see shit.
oh my.
Hold on, I gotta find this.
oh, man.
I gotta find this
man.
Snapchat because I've got it on here. What was it? 2019.
Yeah,
God.
I've
you
got the-
saved it.
I'm sure he did.
I've got the Snapchat. Eddie going, "Ma'am, we are going to die."
that girl was rolling her mind. Like her.
Yeah, dude. So Eddie, okay, so we listen to a lot of the same music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know this or not, but back in the day, you helped me like open up my horizon to a whole different genre of music. You and Ryan Northcutt really did. Like, you know, that's how it goes. Chris Brown was my favorite like artist growing up.
100%.
I could listen to him all day. Chris Brown was my dude
Oh,
back
yeah.
in high school. We
Oh,
used to
yeah.
listen to beat it, beat it.
And
And then, Mommy, you remind me of something.
oh my,
I don't know what it is. Right? Yeah, dude. We used to listen to Chris Brown all the time.
Hold on, yeah, here it is.
I was gonna say, don't forget DJ Khaled.
Yeah, DJ Khaled. Because
So-
he had everybody in his songs.
That trip to Santa Claus, Indiana was May 12th, 2019. We just turned 22. It's loading. Hang on. Y'all carry on. I'll let you know when it's ready.
But yeah, dude.
Oh my God, that's me.
That's you.
oh no,
That's 5 years ago.
He said,
He looks like Black Harry Potter.
oh, man.
You know what's so crazy? Too?
hold on, pause. Here we go.
Put it to the microphone.
Hey, ma'am, right now we are currently driving, so can you please hold off on the Snapchat? We are going to die.
We are going to die.
We are going to die.
We are
Please
going
send
to
that
die.
to me.
Oh, that's
People
funny.
don't understand like how proper Eddie is. Eddie has got all the
Hey, ma'am,
etiquette.
right
in
now we are currently driving, so can you please hold off on the Snapchat? We are going to die.
Dude, people do
Oh,
not.
that's
They
funny.
do not understand how proper Eddie is.
Oh, he really is. Yeah.
Eddie is the
Ma'am, right now we
most
are
proper.
currently driving, so can you please hold off on the Snapchat? We are going to die.
He is the
Oh,
most
that's
proper
hilarious.
human being, well-spoken individual I've ever met in my entire life.
I agree.
Like everybody, like, you know, I hate saying this, but that has been like what the theme for Eddie ever since I've known him, and other people have said it. Eddie is the whitest black guy you've ever met in your entire life.
Yeah,
Oh,
You're just
that's
preppy.
funny.
You are preppy, man.
That's
Dude,
okay.
it's Liberty. It's literally so like I guess. So I used to go to Harris, which is the middle school
Yep.
equivalent of Shelbyville Central,
Yep.
and so honestly,
Ooh.
I know y'all hype me up and stuff like that, and I'll say this now, y'all really have changed my life for the better. Like honestly, I think I could talk like probably for 20 minutes of how impactful y'all been, but I think had I not met y'all and went home with y'all, I feel like my life would be so different from the good times to the bad. But Liberty Middle School, honestly, so what had happened is I got into a fight my 6th grade year, me and this mixed guy in art class. This guy tried to stab me with scissors, so I took erasers and my friend took a ruler and we beat him up. And I got
Just shanked him.
no, because we were playing around, we were joking, and we like were roasting each other. And
Yeah.
this guy got pissed off and he tried to stab us with scissors, so we like beat him up. And so the mixed guy's like grandpa was our ISS teacher actually. So we got 2 days ISS and that dude got OSS and we never saw him again. But anyway,
He died.
Cascade Middle School. Cascade was
Yep.
like the popular school to go to,
Yep.
and I was like, I want to go to Cascade because all the people there. So instead, they were like, you can't go there. There's too many people. You go to Liberty.
Yeah.
So I go to Liberty. First day I get there was a show called Everybody Hates Chris that just came out.
Yeah.
I get there and there's all these white people in my class. There's only one light-skinned mixed guy named Marquise, and he's now a pharmacist. Shout out to him. But
Shout out Marquise.
literally,
So he got a white job.
yeah, I guess.
my God.
But so I get so nervous around all these like white people and stuff that I vomited. So I go home. I go the next day back and I go a full day of school. And the first thing you know, Liberty's like Flat Creek. So
You vomited over.
vomited.
You puked on your first day?
yeah, in the toilet. I was so.
Oh, man.
Bro, I swear. I called my dad. I was like, Dad, pick me up. But the second day, I get to school, and we go through the classes, and it's so country, so southern, and kind of like how y'all grew up in like Lynchburg. That's how like St. Petersburg and Flat Creek is.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey. They were like, hey, we have these jokes. Like, are we allowed to say this around y'all? Like they just didn't like. They heard stuff on like Facebook and stuff like that, but they genuinely just had like questions. And with that show, Everybody Hates Chris came out. They kind of like treated me like almost like a celebrity because I was black, and so they were
Yeah.
like, "Can we say this?" Or like, your hair, like, can you get your hair wet? Or like, because like black people's hair, if you get it wet, it dries up. I
man.
swear, it's real.
hair, bro.
It's the opposite thing of what your hair. And like, the stereotype, kind of like y'all in basketball, they were like, "Bro, like, can you hoop?"
No, he
And
cannot.
I was like, no, I can't. And just me going to that all-white school, the culture that I was around, from how white people dressed to how they treated each other to like how they talked, like just being around these white girls. I was like, oh, the white girls are kind of cute. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? These some cute girls. And honestly, Liberty changed my life. So for the better. But like going back to Central, like. Like that whitewash thing. When I started dating in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And all I was around was white people, so I just got used to around white people. And I'm not like racist, but when I got to Central, black girls were like, "Oh, you're too white. Oh, we don't want you. Oh, like we don't want you. You just like white girls." And that was not the case. It was just the culture that I was around. That was just similar. Like if a white person went to the hood, like they would act like a hood white. Like what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
Eddie, I need to be honest with you. One thing I hated the most about like, which in life everybody goes through adversity, but do you remember every time like a girl would tell you no? Like if you ask a girl out and she'd say, "I can't date you because you're black."
yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
I do remember that. Yeah.
That used to piss me off beyond belief. But like even our parents' generation and then our grandparents' generation, they grew up in a time where, like segregation, and especially our grandparents. Like my grandparents, they love you now, but then they were very old school to the fact of you being around us. But we had some other friends that were white, but were trash. What trash?
I can tell.
But they were.
Do not name drop.
I'm not name dropping,
bad idea.
but they were friends that their character couldn't even compare to your character at all, or hold the morals and values that you do. But they were okay if they were around because they were white.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that in our world that's always changing. I'm glad that that's changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King fought a great fight, and I feel like if we all just go back to what he was saying, judge a man by his character and not the color of his skin, this world would be a better place all the way around. It's like, I don't know. I'm very thankful for our friendship, because I've learned a lot being friends with you as far as like breaking barriers and stuff like that. You know.
Oh, dude, especially in 2020. I think our friendship is what, like, helped me keep a clear head during all that, because that was such a divisive time for, like, our country. You know? I mean, like, the whole George Floyd thing was going down, you know, COVID was going down, and Trump was going for re-election, and, you know, everybody, the stereotypical thing was, like, if you were black, you weren't supposed to vote for Trump, and if you were white, you were. And it was just so divisive. And then, like, I leaned on our friendship during that time, because it was just like, this is not the way the world is. You know, Eddie's been one of my best friends for a long time. He don't think like that. I don't think like that. No, there's good people out there. Because that was a dark time for everybody.
Honestly, yeah, and I remember, man, there's so much stuff behind the scenes, and like Ryan, I wish you were there for some of the conversations that like I've had with the boys.
Yeah,
like, honestly,
yeah.
now that I'm older, I think the one thing that I wish I did more was to even appreciate y'all and how like cool you are. But I remember during like those time periods to where y'all would genuinely just ask me questions like, "Hey, like, how do you feel about this?" Because, you know, you would be like, oh, we see all this stuff going on. Like, how do you feel about this? Or, like, this incident happened. What do you think about this? Or, like, how, like, if this situation happened, how should I go about this? And so the fact that, like, I mean, just the uncomfortable conversations, like, y'all were even, like, having an open mind just to hear another perspective says a lot. Because, you know, you can be closed off and, like, you know, not want to grow, not want to think, like, not... Yeah. And not hear somebody else's perspective. And I think that's a dangerous spot to be, like in anything, just being closed off.
Here's my thing. Nobody on this earth got to pick what color they wanted to be. So what makes white more superior than black? Or
I wish I was black.
You might be in the NBA by now.
I wish.
Hey, y'all could hoop.
I wish I was black. You know how cool that'd be?
But here's what I'm
like. We should do the Freaky Friday song, Eddie. I woke up in Eddie Green's body.
Hey, little Dicky.
Somehow this shit turned into Freaky Friday. I look down. It's my dream. Damn it.
My dream
Oh,
crickets.
man, they're labeled. They are labeled, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't see the light.
What's funny is that, like, even in Lynchburg, like, Lynchburg is predominantly white. I'd say it's like 97% white.
It's my dream. There we go. We're good.
You've got the Whitakers and the Edie's, and that's about it. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, it's and you know, I don't know if you know or not, but I know that majority of Moore County, they're all Church of Christ. Like, they all go to all the Church of Christ churches.
Yeah.
But if you really dive into who Jesus is, he was a person of color.
Yeah.
He was from the Middle East.
Yep.
You know? And it's like, and God doesn't show favoritism. So why do we? Like, why? And all these people that hate somebody because of the color of their skin and that claim that they're of God, that they believe in the death, the burial, the resurrection, and then they go on to say, well, my daughter's not allowed to date this person because he's black. To me, that's hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like me and Lee were raised that way, but when me and Madison have kids, which will probably be soon after the wedding, let the big dog eat. What the? What I'm saying is that, you know, if my daughter or if my son. If I even have kids, I might not be able to have kids. I don't know. If the Lord blesses me and Madison with kids, they will be free to date whoever they want, whatever color they are. I don't care because I don't see that.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what I believe in, and you know, to not let segregation altogether. It gets on my nerves because if we actually took the time to learn from each other like we did for so many years,
we did.
Well, like there's everybody, not white, black, yellow, purple, it don't matter. We've all got something to offer to bring to the table.
Do y'all remember those T-shirts that went around Facebook? It was a black dude and a white dude, and had arrows pointing to each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and one shirt said, the black guy was wearing a shirt said, "That's my redneck," and then the white guy had the shirt pointing to the black guy that said, "That's my
N-word.
Yeah.
My N-word.
I
my
remember.
N-word.
I remember. I screenshot it. I sent it to Eddie. I was like, Eddie, would you wear this with me? And he was like, dude, I'd love to. Dude, no, yeah.
That's crazy because when I asked you, you said no.
Hey, you had to be there. You had to be there.
That's funny.
No,
that's
and y'all
funny.
and y'all taught me so much. Like Ryan, like these guys, like obviously, so okay from their music career.
Yeah.
So when they were starting out and they were doing local shows, like
Oh yeah.
I only listened to like a little bit of country.
Yeah.
At this time.
Yeah.
And then I remember hearing their shows, and I was like, "Oh, dude, my friends are really good." And
Yeah.
then I was like, "Dude, they can actually play."
Yeah.
And so I would enjoy like the live country music. And
Yeah.
you're talking about just like learning one thing from another, just like. My dad's from Moore County, Lynchburg. He's
Yeah.
76, so he lived between like you know the desegregation, segregation times
Yep.
and stuff like that. So he like grew up on a farm, like all these things, and being around them just reminded me of like my pops, like how like country was. But
Yeah.
going back to their music, it was like, dude, like. You know, before Andy and Lee, I genuinely don't think I would listen to country music. The only guy I listen
Yeah.
to, which some people won't call him country, is Sam Hunt.
Yeah.
Because of my friend
Yeah.
David.
We don't even call him country, dog.
Oh, here we go.
Andy and Lee, like literally, like just from like
Bailey Zimmerman
what they
shit.
do, how they like we're. You gonna make some people mad, but no, just like the appreciation of country music and just like even wanting to play the guitar, just like learning country songs
Yeah,
so I could
yeah.
sing with them.
Yeah.
Like there are so many things that I learned from these guys in the same way that they're talking about like learning from me.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
while they're saying all these like cool things, like you know I appreciate you, like bro, like I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
before we got on the show, I was like, ooh, let me, you know, we gotta wear square toe boots for the wedding. Like, let me try these boots right now. Like, let me get them going.
Yeah, dude, yeah. So Eddie's came to a lot of our shows. Ryan's been to a lot of our shows.
Yep.
Every time that Eddie or Ryan are at one of our shows, we always make sure we shout them out.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
man.
Oh, dude,
Every time.
we
every
got
time.
Eddie came to our old Red show a few weeks ago.
Oh my gosh.
He was the only black dude in there. He was the speck in the milk
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
It was so fun. We were like, y'all make some noise. That's our triplet right here. And I said, Eddie, well, put your hand up. Eddie put his hand up. They were all like, huh?
What in the?
That is
Like
so-
here's the part.
Oh,
Like here's
that's
the part
funny.
that like we tell people all the time. And if you get offended by this, you're a pussy. we tell everybody like, I know what y'all are thinking. We have different eye colors. It's okay. Be like, me and Andy, we were born during the daytime. Eddie was born during nighttime.
Right, that's
what we
right.
tell them.
That's right.
And I feel like if you can't laugh at something like that, you're the problem.
That's
okay,
funny.
that's
That is
not
so
even
funny.
like bad.
Dude, if you go back to the old school like TV shows of like George Jefferson and you know Archie Bunker or whatever his name was,
Yeah, they were bad.
dude,
dog.
those dudes they were like those shows like they would be they wouldn't air today.
No.
That's how sensitive the world's got. Look,
Yeah.
if you can't make fun of each other out of a place of not hate,
Yeah.
if you know, if I joke with you and you joke with me, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Me either.
You know, it's
No,
just
not
like, but at the end of the day, Eddie knows I got his back, and I know he's got my back. you know?
1,000%.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I mean,
Dude.
I don't care what color you are. All lives can get their ass kicked if it's.
All lives can get their ass kicked.
Man, I know.
I like to put that on a t-shirt, Chuck.
Dude, should I tell him the Chili story where y'all
Yeah,
originally
go ahead. Yeah. And
goodness.
it was a black chick.
Dude, okay, Ryan. So the share the testament of our friendship. So,
Yeah.
So we all used to work at Chili's and Shovel.
Yeah.
Right when
And-
COVID hit, we had desperate times calls for desperate measures.
And I'm telling you, entertainment value, they brought it.
Oh, I
they
bet.
brought it during
Oh, I
COVID.
bet.
year. But there was a time to where so I actually got fired from one job. The only job where I got fired. So what happened was it was Saturday night. These 6 ladies come into Chili's. I'm
Yeah.
bartending, closing it down. 5 of them order. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll make it quick because I don't know the timestamp we have. But 5 of them
we're good.
order. So 3 of them get alcoholic beverages, and the other 3 get like non-alcoholic beverages, and then 2 of them with the alcohol complain about the drinks.
Yeah.
And so I was like, ma'am, you may make you another margarita. One was like, no. And I was like, do you make the same margarita? She was like, no. And then I was like, do you want anything? She was like, no, but this drink sucks. And I was like, yes, ma'am. And then another lady was like complaining about one drink. And then I was like, do you want something else? She was like, no. And I was like, okay. And then the oldest lady was complaining about her lemonade. And I was like, do you want something else? She was like, yes. And I was like, all right, I got you. So then they order 2 small like blue bowl salads from Chili's. If you go to Chili's, you know exactly what I'm talking about. House salads. And so 2 ladies order this, and then I'm the only one at the bar. My server friends are like on the dining side of the room. And then our manager at the time is in her office, and this is important. So then I go get the salads, and they're like, hey, can we have an extra ranch? So I was like, okay. So I go back to the kitchen and get it. They're like, can we have another ranch? Okay, go back and get it. Can we have blue cheese? And then I was like, do y'all need anything else before I go back for the third time? And so they were like, can we have 2 blue cheeses and 6 plates? Instead of telling me like, yo, like, we're trying to share these salads. So then 5 of them order because the 6th person was taking like a while to talk. And all 5 get their food except for the 6th. And then they were like, hey, like my fries are lukewarm. And I'm already kind of irritated at this point. Yeah. And I was like, all right, your fries are cold, cool. So I take the fries in the bin, I throw it in the trash, and I'm like, hey, Justin, Charles, like, make me some more fries. Yeah. I was like, these people get on my effing nerves. Yeah. So then I go back, and then the 6th lady orders a trio fajita, add queso, and then the kitchen, so we get the fries, but the kitchen forgot to put the cheese on there. So then I was like, okay, let me go get you some cheese.
Yeah. How do you remember this?
Dude, photographic memory. But then so I get the cheese, and there's a 4-ounce salsa bowl. They put 2 ounces because she paid for 2 ounces in the 4-ounce bowl. And so I know you said I can cuss on here. So I'll tell you verbally what she said. She looks at the bowl, and she's like, what the blank is this? And I was like, ma'am, that's your queso. And she's like, take this shit off my ticket. I don't want it. So I'm like getting pissed. Like, it shows in my face. Yeah. And so then one server, Tariana, if y'all remember Tariana.
Bust down, Tariana.
Tariana hears this, and I'm like, Tariana. She's like, Eddie, go get Leah. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, Leah, like, these people are pissing me off. Can you come out here? Yeah, like, I'm getting irritated. She's like, I'll be out here in a minute because she's doing closing manager paperwork. Yeah. So everybody finally is chilling. I'm, doing my thing. And one of the ladies goes, hey, can we ask you a question? I was like, yes, ma'am. And she goes, did we annoy you today? And I was like, do you want the truth or a lie? Yeah. And so all 6 chime in. They were like, we want the truth. And I said, the truth is, y'all didn't annoy me. I did run a lot, but y'all didn't annoy me. And I just kept it at that. To tame my tongue. So then they all look at each other, and one goes, well, this is chilly. The food is so-so. And then they were like, the drinks is so-so. And then one of the women earlier had mentioned that she knew my mom and my sister. Yeah. And I don't know her, but she knows them. And so the woman who mentioned it says, in this moment when they're talking about the food and stuff, they go, oh, well, his mom and his sister can't handle a lot. And so I'm like at the like where me and Lee's at, I was like, can you repeat that? And she was like, oh, your mom and your sister, they can't handle a lot. And I said, can you say that one more time? And she said it one more time, and I looked at her and I said, ma'am, what does that mean? Yeah. And she looked at me and she was like, and I said, what the fuck is up? So
here we go.
Cut that out. But no, I really said that, and I walk around. I walk around the bar, and I have my hands up like this, and I was like, ma'am, you're not about to talk shit about my family. Yeah. And she was like, oh, hell no, blank, blank, blank. And I said, what's up then? So she takes the steak knife out of the pouch, and she was like, I will slice you the blank up. And I said, if you slice me the blank up, I will cut you the blank up. Or I said, if you slice me the blank up, I will cut you the blank up. And so
my word,
everybody comes rushing out, and they pull me back. And so I'm like crying out of anger and stuff like that. So I texted, there was this girl that I was talking to at the time. Yeah. Or I liked a lot, I'm not going to say. And then I texted the boys, and the boys, talking about just our loyalty to the friendship, they were like, who do we need to beat up? We're like, on site. So Andy and Lee, I'm calling them, and they're like, what's up? Let's who do we need to beat up right now? And I'm like, no, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah. So they're calling me, they're consoling me, and they have my back. But there's been moments, like, it's, I share that story to say, like, Andy and Lee are such good bros. Yeah. Like, you know how there's a girl's girl? Yeah. There are guys, and Andy and Lee have been such like older brothers to me. Yeah. So where like in key situations, like self and my family, like they picked me up, they see me cry, like they talk about me a lot on this podcast, but once again, like there's things that I probably never told y'all, but when I go home and I think at night, I'm truly grateful for how amazing that y'all are. And with the music thing and how y'all are growing and how they're getting bigger and bigger, the fact that y'all still have the same character in the sense that y'all are still Andy and Lee of 10 years ago is what amazes me.
Oh, dude, anybody will tell you I'm the same asshole I was back in high school.
Oh yeah.
Bro, like,
Oh yeah, you two, some of the guns haven't changed a bit, and it works, man. It works. I mean, it's awesome because you get to see Eddie's perspective on things. Eddie's been around a lot longer than I have, and I can attest you two guys are phenomenal. But to hear some stories like that, man, it's awesome.
Dude, we love Eddie, dude.
Oh yeah,
dude, man, we've been through some shit now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So I'm trying to think here. That damn it, what was I going with this? I had a mind fart.
my bad.
There it is.
Good Lord, put backspace.
Yeah. No, so you've seen us in the beginning, Eddie.
Right.
Dude, so what was one thing you've noticed different about our show now than what you saw back then?
Well, you still haven't had a fiddle player yet.
Andy's ass is getting flat.
I gotta start doing squats.
No, when you walked away, we saw your butt.
Man,
it just goes
baby.
straight down. You have no depth. It's just a straight line.
Wait,
I appreciate that.
Ryan, what did you say about Andy's ass earlier?
His ass cheeks barely cover up his butthole.
It just goes straight down.
No, whenever he takes his shit, what is
Oh
it?
yes, his thighs are the ones that are hitting the toilet seat, not his ass.
Like, you ain't got no cake back there.
No cake whatsoever.
It's just the
It's
pan.
out of love, Andy. It's out
Oh,
of
I know.
love.
I,
It's out of love.
I need to get some
Well,
cake on that thing.
talking about Andy, let's get on this. Y'all had something big happen on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Something big happened on Friday. Y'all got to release another new song, Behind These Mics release. And boys, let me just throw my opinion in there real quick. I played it in front of there was about 6 of us on Saturday night. Went over to Kyle's girlfriend's house, Eden, to swim, and I was like, "Hey, let's turn on this song." And one of them was like, "Dude, no, I don't want to hear that." And I was like, "I promise you, if you hate it, we'll turn it off like immediately." Whenever we listened to the whole song, and he was like, "Yeah, play that again. That's actually a pretty good song." And I was like, "Dude, it's a banger. Like, it is a great song. Y'all did killer on it."
Andy wrote a good one on
Yeah,
that one.
Behind These Mics is out now, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, and it is a phenomenal song. Go give it a like. Go give it a comment. Just to help these guys out, because the more this grows, boys, the more y'all opportunities you'll
Well,
get.
it's like our whole lives revolve around a microphone. I mean, look what we're doing right now.
Amen.
Behind
Amen,
These
baby.
Mics. That should be the name of the podcast.
Behind These Mics.
Behind These Mics with the Huffer Brothers.
Oh, that'll be a good one. Yeah.
What do you think about that one, Andy?
I mean, shoot, I'm here for it.
Behind These Mics. I mean, look, it's like people type in the song Behind These Mics. The podcast will pop up.
Amen.
Hey, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That's so true.
No, I mean, yeah, it's a great song. Is it better than Bottled Up and Jack?
We'll see. We're gonna have to have a
We need to have a poll.
A poll, because we got to figure out which one's gonna be our intro.
Yeah. So look, for those who don't know, the intro to all of our podcasts have been Bottled Up and Jack. Well, the past 2 podcasts we've been doing, we opened up with Behind These Mics.
Yep. And
Those who don't know, back when we had the double shot show like 3-4 years ago, the podcast, that was actually the intro to our podcast, was Behind These Mics.
oh, was it really?
Yeah,
That's funny. That is funny.
The
The
thrown
Nathan
together
Long-
version.
The Nathan Longwell Productions version.
Hey, that's all right. Shout out Nathan.
Nathan did a good job on it. Yeah.
I do miss that guy.
But
yeah.
I mean, this one was done, and boys, y'all killed it. It was a banger.
I've said the same thing. Like, the best way, if I could have had one word to describe that song, it's fun.
It is so fun.
That is a fun song.
It is a summer listen, like on the
Yeah.
lake,
Dude, I do
by
remember.
the pool.
Dude, I do remember whenever we were recording it, and I was sitting there, and whenever you're in the studio and you have your headphones on, you're singing the song, and
Yeah.
you try to get like into like a feeling. I'm like, dude, this is just fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is Behind These Mics, we'll feel alright. For us a drink, we'll feel alright. I'm like, this is just fun.
It's a good
like,
one.
if it makes you feel good, like you the artist,
Yeah.
it'll make somebody else feel
Yeah,
good too.
yeah. Now y'all got 2 songs to compare to each other. I know it's no competition, but like
Friendly competition.
Mr. Luke Combs said, with him and Morgan Wallen, there is no competition, but there is a competition.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things. Like
It's all love.
Yeah, it is all love, and everybody that is going to listen to both of these songs, they're gonna enjoy them.
Yeah.
They're
Well, I
going to
wanna-
enjoy them.
So I'm going to go ahead and announce this towards the end or at the end of this podcast right now.
Yeah,
You like the 2 singles we've released, right?
yeah.
Well, we're releasing a small album. Get ready. The end of July.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go.
So when's the other single coming out? Tomorrow? Huh? When's the other single coming out?
Well, no. I don't have to go back and see. We'll have to move some stuff around,
Yeah.
but
We got to put that single out first before we put the album out.
so we do have a single. We have one more single coming out, and then all 3 songs and plus 3 more are going to be on we call it an EP.
EP. Yeah, an EP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
this one is going to be a duet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it's not going to be.
Can we name drop it?
It's going to be me. It's going to be me and Andy featuring a very, very talented young artist up and coming.
Yeah.
Let's
That
just
is
leave.
all I'm going to say.
Let's just leave it there.
Okay,
And we'll
okay.
save it for the next podcast.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But
Lesson learned of this episode, and for all of our listeners, don't let skin color affect friendships, okay?
amen, brother.
Really?
You just might miss out on something incredible if you do.
Yeah, because I mean, if Eddie judged me by my character, we would not be friends. I'm just kidding. No. Eddie Green, I love you, brother. I'm glad you came on the podcast.
Me too.
And we're going to have you back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
love
I tell you
guys.
what. So look, we got a random question for the day. We're Morgan Wallen fans. All of us are.
Oh, I thought you was going to ask him something else. I'm going to say, yeah, that's black too.
All right. So look, we go. This is the random question.
Okay.
We're all Morgan Wallen fans here.
Yeah.
And he's country music, and he's also hip hop.
Yeah.
That's like if you want to get like color with it, black white kind of thing.
No, he is the female Taylor Swift.
Okay, well, and whatever.
Or he's the male Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Got it. He
Yeah, I was
got
about to
it.
say. So, look, Andy, Morgan Wallen has 4 songs
Yep.
that are he has a feature on them. He has Post Malone, Moneybag Yo, and 2 with Lil Durk, Stand By Me and Broadway Girls. I'm gonna ask you 1 through 4, rate them, okay?
Moneybag Yo.
All right, yeah.
You never heard of Moneybag Yo?
I've seen him in concert, man. He put on a heck of a show.
All right, Andy, 1 through 4. Give me your number 4 out of all the Morgan Wallen songs. You got Stand By Me, Broadway Girls, Whiskey Whiskey, or I Had Some Help.
I had some help.
It's number 4?
Number 4.
What?
Yep.
What's,
Wow.
all right, what's number 3?
Whiskey Whiskey.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do Broadway Girls, and I'm going to do Stand By Me number 1.
Oh my God.
Dude, the beginning of...
What in the world?
The beginning of that song is killer. If tomorrow I lost it all, everything that I had was gone.
What?
Dude, he
Uh,
actually sings in that song, though.
Oh, yeah. It takes 2 to break a heart into. Yeah, that's not singing, that's rapping. All right, well, that is not
wow,
what I
that's
thought.
controversial right there.
All right, Eddie, 1 through 4. Give me your best Morgan Wallen feature songs.
I think I'm gonna go. I Had Some Help. Whiskey Whiskey.
Wait, hold on. What, I Had Some Help was number 4?
No, number
Number
one.
one. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
Oh, number
start at
4?
number 4. Okay, let me
Okay.
redo that. Let me ask you that again. Hey, Eddie, give me your top 4, starting at number 4. All of Morgan Wallen features on a technical hip hop song, even though Post Malone's is technically country. We're gonna count it as
Yeah,
hip hop.
Yeah.
I say Broadway Girls is number 4,
Okay.
Broadway girl.
Okay.
and then I was. It's 2 and 3 is tough, but I would say probably Stand By Me is number 3.
Okay.
I mean,
And then I'm probably doing Whiskey Whiskey second.
Okay.
And then I Had Some Help. Number
okay.
one.
Okay.
So he hates Lil Durk. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Here's mine. My
right.
top 4. Starting at the number 4. Stand By Me is number 4. Easy. Number 3, like Eddie said, gets tricky, but I'm going Whiskey Whiskey.
Yeah.
Number 2 is I Had Some Help.
Yeah.
And number 1's Broadway Girls.
Yeah.
Because that's how
it.
he walks out to.
That
that is
is-
the song he walks out to.
Yeah, he don't walk out to.
No,
Yeah.
no. That's Broadway girls.
Dude, he walked out with Moneybag Yo the other night. 2 Broadway girls.
Yeah,
Not even
not
their own
even
song.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, boys?
And then
All right.
what about for you?
No, that's what. Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Number.
1, 2.
All right, so
Hey, Lee, question.
what? No, it's good. I'm gonna edit this later. Jesus. So look, number 4, I'm gonna have to go Stand By Me.
Boo.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
slower, 3, I'm gonna go Whiskey, because it's that song is so easy.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a little kid. Whiskey, won't you go away? Like a lullaby.
some other
Like rain, go away.
That's facts.
I got a
didn't think
redneck side. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I got
So
a redneck.
number 2,
How about you?
number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Broadway Girls.
about it. I knew it.
Even though Broadway
I
Girls
knew
is
it.
like
I knew
that is
it.
my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Look, and what year did that song come out? 22.
21, December.
It came out. Okay, well, in 22, that whole year, it was my number 1 played song. Whenever I
Yeah.
did my Spotify
Yeah.
thing or my Apple Music thing, that was my number 1 song played. I
Yeah.
love Broadway Girls, but I had some help. It's so catchy, man.
Dude, it is.
There was a time where I didn't like it. Now I'm just like, dude, I love this song because it's getting requested more on Broadway.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all comment who has the best list.
Yeah, who has the best
Who
list?
has the best list?
Does Andy, Lee, Eddie, or Ryan have the best list? I almost forgot your name, Ryan. But look, guys, this has been a great episode. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. It's felt like 10 minutes with
It
Eddie.
has, it has,
We've
it
had a
has.
great time today. But Eddie, we just want to say thank you for coming on, brother. And you are a local legend around here. If you run into somebody, if you say you're at the bar and you bump shoulders with somebody, say, hey, do you know Eddie Green? And they will say yes. I promise. If they say no, you buy them a beer. All right. Well, look, guys, once again, I'm Lee.
I'm Andy.
I'm Ryan.
Sorry, coffee. I'm Eddie.
Hold on, I fucked up. Let's try that again. All right. Ready, Eddie? Take 2, even though we're not scratching this. Well, all right, episode 12, that's it. I'm Lee.
I'm Andy.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Eddie.
And if we don't see you sooner,
We'll see y'all later. Until next time, thank y'all for listening.
such a good show, bro.
I know.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to this episode of the Huffer Brothers podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe on Apple Music and Spotify. And also, if you're not following us on social media, you can check us out by tapping in the @ symbol followed by the Huffer Brothers on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And also, you can watch every episode of the podcast on our YouTube channel. And be sure to go download Behind These Mics. Is there ants in your phone?
That was an hour and 15? Yeah. Damn, that did not feel like an hour.
Look at Eddie had to go. Like Willie Mays going into the field.